The stomach does things like hold food, so we don't have to constantly eat like every single minute, which would be very annoying. It also does things like kill harmful contamination as well as bacteria, and helps break down food so they can be digested by the whole digestive system. And to do these things, it has a special little tool called stomach acid, which breaks things down. Now, the reason stomach acid doesn't harm the stomach is because the stomach has a lining of protection known as the mucus layer. Now, in the past, science experts used to think that a number of factors like stress or spicy hot food cause these ulcers or these holes in the lining. Nowadays, it's believed that around 60% of the time, something these ulcers happen because of a bacteria infection called bacteria H. pylori. What happens is bacteria, we eat it, and it goes to the stomach and eats away at the mucus layer, creating a gap. And as stomach acid splashes on this gap, this opening, it harms the stomach, and that's how we get that pain. Now, the other 20% of the time, it's actually caused by some type of a drug. The most common ones would be like ibuprofen or aspirin. Now, what happens as these drugs enter the stomach, they connect with something known as goblet cells that make the mucus layer that protects the stomach. Now, as less and less of the mucus gets created from these goblet cells, the whole lining becomes a little bit weaker, and it's easier for there to be a hole or an ulcer to be taking place in it. That's why you don't want to be taking ibuprofen every day, because it'll weaken that. Also, a lot of people in the medical community believe that tobacco heightens the chance of bacterial infection, as well as what causes 20% of ulcers out there, that estimate out there. Smoking is horrible for health. We all know that, right? And what happens is the chemicals in the smoke does a lot of bad things like decreased blood flow as well as mucus to the lining, which weakens them and makes them more prone to damage. Now, ulcers in the whole digestive system or the stomach may or may not prevent symptoms depending on how big they are or a whole bunch of other factors. Now, since there's a hole in the digestive tract, what do you think the most common symptom is going to be? It's probably going to be a little bit of pain, right? Some burning pain. Now, someone can experience this discomfort between meals, or it could take place when someone's eating. It really depends. Another very common warning sign could be a feeling of wanting to vomit or get sick. Also, heartburn can be felt as well if there's an ulcer. Now, this is basically an uncomfortable sensation of burning in the chest that can last several minutes to several hours. Some people even feel pain in the throat, as well as have like a cough or sore throat with heartburn. Now, if a person's ulcer begins to bleed, that's when you know it's really bad. They can actually experience blood in their stools. In fact, just looking down at your stools in general can say a lot about your health. Like if your stools are white, then there's going to be something wrong with the pancreas and the digestive system there. So there's a lot of reasons why looking at your stools can be good. Okay, another thing is besides blood in the stools, a foul smell can come out of it, and perhaps vomit, blood can come out of it as well with the ulcer. Now, one of the best ways to treat and prevent ulcers would be to really kind of lower your consumption of alcohol in general, as well as beverages that have a lot of caffeine in it, like coffee and sodas that can irritate the ulcer, make it painful. Smoking, of course, right? There's foods too. Of course, the most culprits that are the most common would be food that's not even really food. You know, the ones that have like the whole big old list of chemicals that you can't even understand, processed foods and packaged foods that our system is not really designed to process that much, can irritate the whole digestive system as well. Other examples could be really refined sugars, candy, cupcakes, donuts, a whole bunch of those. We all know that's not good. And stuff that's a lot of fat, like red meat, as well as fried foods. On the other hand, foods that can help is fiber. There's a lot of reasons why fiber can help. One of the big ones is it's very dense, can weigh down the stool. You may wonder why this helps. Well, I like to look at it like if you're moving a piece of furniture, it's easier if you have a nice hold on the furniture to move it, right? If you don't, then it's harder to move. And it's the same thing with fiber. Besides this, there's a bunch of supplements that can help. One of the great ones is prebiotics, way better than probiotics. Other ones could be enzymes. Ginger's great for your digestive system, L-glutamine, and as well as some green tea extract. Now, if you're interested in supplements and how they help you, before you go out and start buying a whole bunch, it's important for you to realize the risk involved. The dietary supplement world is very similar to the wild, wild west in the United States. It basically means there's not a lot of rules and regulations to protect consumers from companies. Nobody really ensures a product is safe before it gets sold to consumers. They don't. It's up to the companies to police themselves, which absolutely makes no sense to me. In fact, various studies from Consumer Labs, a very prestigious organization, verifies that there's a lot of problems with supplements being sold right now on the marketplace. Now, of course, supplements are very, very helpful if you find good ones. And to make things a little bit easier for you, I've actually created a guide that I feel can really help somebody in the whole process of going out there and buying these dietary supplement products to help themselves. Now, a few things you'll learn in this guide will be, of course, how to identify a really good product from a risky choice, the red flags to look for, and how to identify one. It goes over various types of ailments and what supplements can help with those. Talks about herbal remedies. Talks about the role of government agencies, which is fascinating, as well as some online resources too. Now, if you're wondering how much this guide is going to end up costing you, well, you'd be very pleased to know that it's absolutely free. And to check it out, all you simply have to do is click on the link right below this video that I made you. I hope I helped a few people out there. I really appreciate your time and have a great rest of your day.